Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue crew. I'm Maura, and welcome to another video walkthrough of the Nancy Drew game series. Today, I'm playing Danger by Design, the 14th game in the series. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. Since you can tell a lot about a person by where he or she lives, I thought I'd introduce myself by showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat. Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That will tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
Okay, so as you can see, this is the first game in the series to have an entirely new beginning. Rather than starting off with Nancy offering to play junior or senior detective and it skips to her writing a letter to someone, this is the first game to begin with Nancy taking us up to her room and up to her desk where there's a case file of her current assignment and a plane ticket for where she's going to for this case. So this begins and ends without Nancy sending a letter to someone. So that's the key difference from all the previous games. Let me show you then the case file. This is what it's going to be like for the remainder of the series, with going to Nancy's desk and us opening the case file, talking about her current assignment, and then clicking on the plane ticket, which will then give the option of junior or senior detective. But they're all different. There's changes that are still made as the series goes on. Okay, so we're going to France to pretend to work as an assistant for Manette. So then when I say I want to start the game, here's the option for junior or senior detective. Yes, I'm still going with junior detective.
In preparation for our landing, please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
Taxi! Hello?
I said don't come near me.
No, Manette, don't!
Good grief.
Stay back, you hear me? Stay back!
Bonjour, vous êtes... are you Nancy?
Yeah?
I'm Heather McKay. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. How was your flight?
Fine. Well, actually, they lost my suitcase, so I don't have any clothes or my cell phone. What's going on in there? Is someone hurt?
That's just Manette throwing one of her tantrums. Don't worry. She'll stop screaming right now. They lost your suitcase? That's terrible. Well, at least you're staying with Jing Jing. She'll have tons of clothes you can borrow.
Is she all right?
Oh, you mean Manette? Don't worry, she's fine. At least she will be after phase 3, which should begin right about now.
What's with the sudden change of emotions?
See, she uses this process that some shrink taught her to manage anger and frustration. First, she vents her rage for 10 seconds, then 6 seconds of sobs and tears, and finally, at least 4 seconds of robust laughter, all of which restores her positive flux.
Huh?
It's all very weird, but it works, and believe me, without it, she would be impossible to work for. With it, she's a mere nightmare to work for. Anyway, ready to get started?
You bet.
That desk over there will be your workstation. I made a list of all the things that need to get done and put them on your computer. That's a Metro Pass. It'll let you ride the subway all over the city for free. Go ahead and take it. Answering the phone is your job. If you have any questions, just ask. Ask me, that is. Do not bother Manette. She's behind on her spring collection and is in danger of falling way behind on her couture projects.
Why is she so far behind?
She's been under a lot of stress lately.
Heather?
Yes?
I hear voices. Who are you talking to out there?
Nancy Drew, you know, from the States?
Well, she's no good to me out there. Send her in.
Yes, Manette. As soon as you feel up to it, she's right through that door.
What do you mean by couture?
High fashion dresses and accessories that people have commissioned Manette to create. Needless to say, those people are très riche. In fact, she's designing the dress the First Lady will wear to the World Summit in November. Pretty cool, huh?
Thanks for your help.
Okay.
Okay, before I go back there to meet Manette, let's look at Nancy's computer and desk.
These doodles sure look familiar.
Oh, yeah, and there's Cocoa Kringle bars in there, too.
Sonny was here.
Sunny June.
That's why those doodles look familiar. Sunny June did them. He must have been Manette's last assistant. Wow, that guy gets around.
Okay, and if you remember in Secret of the Scarlet Hand, Sunny June preceded Nancy as the deputy curator at Beach Hill Museum. Now he preceded her as Manette's assistant. Wow, he really does get around.
Pick up envelope from J.J. Ling. Pick up fabric photos from Dieter von Schwesterkrank. Deliver photos to Jean-Michel Traquenard. Fix plotter. Do whatever Manette tells you to do.
And do it fast. Okay, and yeah, before I go to Manette's, let's go to this, the plotter.
What's this?
That's the plotter. It's broken. Fixing it is one of your jobs.
So in the desk, there were papers about the setting of the plotter to fix it, but it's easy. Just need to push that one up and then print it. Now you'll know if it's fixed because when you print it, the letters come out perfectly. If it was still broken, the letters would be out of focus. Like there would still be parts of the printer not on track with the letters themselves. Like there would be outlines of the letters outside of it.
Get the phone, please.
Yeah, gotta get the phone before it ends ringing.
Bonjour, Manette's House of Design.
Bonjour. My name is Lynn Manrique. I'm with the Modern History Department at UC Kearns in the States. And I'm following up on the letter I sent to Manette about 2 weeks ago concerning Noisette Tornade.
You gotta make sure whenever the phone rings, you answer it, because if you don't pick it up by the fourth ring, then Manette fires Nancy.
Noisette Tornade?
It's that historian person, isn't it? Tell her we're sorry, but Manette is extremely busy and won't be able to get back to her for at least 6 weeks.
I'm sorry, but
I heard. Well, 6 weeks it is then. Thank you anyway.
Oh well. Now let's go see Manette.
Well, there you are. I was just about to call Amy Grunhild and tell her that this internship thing she'd arranged for you was off. It's bad enough Amy foisting you on me like this. The day I become financially independent and can tell people like her to buzz off will be the happiest day of my life. Well, you're here, we've met, so get to work. Heather did give you a list of chores, right?
yes, I'm all set.
One more thing. See that form over there? The one I've just started to drape? Don't touch it. Don't even go near it. That's the dress I'm designing for the First Lady. Now go. Actually, make me a pot of my special tea first. It was custom blended by my tea therapist, so make sure you follow the directions. When you're done, pour me a cup and leave it on the table. A nice big boost of herbal energy never fails to get my brain cells firing.
Oh, this is a puzzle I hate, but...
Let's see. To make Manette her tea, the first thing I should do is read these instructions. Then I should put whichever herbs the instructions say I need into this pot of boiling water. Then when I'm done, I should click on the teapot so I can pour the tea into a cup. If I make a mistake, I need to throw out an herb that I chose or the tea itself. All I have to do is click on the sink. Okay, I think I'm ready. If If Minette has had a temper tantrum in the last 14 days, and if she declares that blue is her favorite color on the day... Excuse me, Minette, but what's your favorite color?
Red.
When asked to pick a number between 1 and 10, if Minette chooses an odd number on the day the tea is to be consumed... Minette, could you please pick a number between 1 and 10?
10.
Okay, after lots of practice, you use 11 of the 15 herbs here. So, starting with Ujum, you put them in the pot. Should be good. Now I click on the teapot.
I finished making your tea.
Just leave it there.
Before I leave, okay, I've got 175 euros.
Hugo Butterly, eat your heart out.
Minette named her favorite dress form Carol. Okay.
Hugo Butterly, eat your heart out.
What happened to your wall?
You're not really talking to me while I'm trying to work, are you?
Sorry.
Okay, then you leave. If the tea is right, she'll order you to come back.
Here.
The tea is utterly rude. I can already feel my creativity flowing again, building like a wave on the ocean, surging towards some unseen shore. I have another job for you, a very critical job. See the stuff that I've been studying? That, in essence, is my spring collection.
Uh-huh.
All those objects have certain things in common which speak to and stimulate the artistic sinews of my subconscious, from which all the designs I need will eventually burst forth.
Uh-huh.
They're all totally rude, but they're not enough. I need more, Nancy. You need to take the number 7 metro to Pont Neuf, go to the flea market in Square de Vergalant Park, and buy me 4 more things with qualities identical to the ones each of these possesses. Use this bag. Put everything in there as soon as you buy it. I don't want anyone seeing what you bring me. It could give away my whole collection. Here's some money.
I'm just supposed to go out and buy things?
Stuff. I want stuff. New stuff that's just like this old stuff, only different. Now just take a good look at my stuff, then go. Go!
Okay, so notice that they're all round and they're colored orange, green, red, blue. So we should find things like that in these 4 colors, and if they're circular and round, at least if they have those qualities on them. Alright, well, before I go, let's look at this magazine too. Oh, and notice that twice Minette used the term rude to describe something in a positive way. That's her way of saying it's cool.
Hugo with his pit bull Minette.
And she's twice said, Hugo Butterly, eat your heart out. That's her biggest rival in the fashion world.
There's something on the floor here. Looks like someone slipped it under the door. It's for Minette.
Go ahead and open it.
Make the most of what little time you have left. Soon it will all be over.
Oh no, not another one.
Minette's gotten other letters like this?
Letters, phone calls. They started sometime in April, then they stopped, then they started up again in July. And last month, someone sent Minette dead flowers every day for a week. She locks the letters up in her dodo box over there in order to neutralize them.
Should I give this letter to Minette?
Just put it in the dodo box.
How do you open this thing?
You don't. There's a lock on it, but Minette is convinced that if she opens it, All the wickedness in there will escape and wreak havoc. In fact, don't say anything to her about that letter. It'll just upset her, and if she falls any further behind, she'll have to cancel her show next month. And if that happens, she may as well cancel her career.
Has this windmill or moulin always been a fashion design studio?
No. In fact, until a year or two ago, this little old lady lived here. When she passed away, this place went on the market and Minette snapped it up. See, Minette has this thing about curves. She claimed working in a quasi-round environment like this would make her more productive.
It makes her seem very eccentric.
Seem eccentric? The woman wears a mask. She is eccentric. And fashion editors eat it up. In fact, if there's one thing I've learned from Minette, it's that how a designer behaves is likely to get her just as much attention in the fashion world as what she designs.
Why does Minette wear that mask?
All I know is that back in March, on the last day of her big fall show, she showed up wearing that mask and she hasn't taken it off since.
You didn't know she was going to do that?
No, no one did. Not even Dieter. That was her boyfriend at the time. Dieter von Schwesterkrank, the fashion photographer.
Who is Dieter von Schwesterkrank?
He's this awesome fashion photographer. But listen, as it turns out, I have to run an errand in that area, so I'll pick up those fabric photos.
Oh no, that's okay. I'll do it. Finding his studio will help me get more familiar with Paris. In fact, why don't I run your errand too?
No, that's all right. It can wait. Getting those prints to Jean-Mi is much more important.
Why am I delivering photos to somebody in a cafe?
Jean-Michel Trequenard is the fashion editor for Glam Glam magazine. All he really is a glorified gossip columnist, so it pays to be nice to him. Which, as you'll find out, ain't easy. His office is the Café Kiki on the Rue des Mauvais Garçons in the Marais. Look for the bald guy at the corner table. He'll have a cell phone in one hand and a fork in the other.
What's with all the red paint that's splattered on the wall in Minette's studio?
I came in one morning last month and there it was. Minette must have had a bad night.
You didn't ask her about it?
Minette always throws things when she's upset. Remember what happened when you first arrived?
Oh yeah, the potted plant. I get your point. Thanks for your help.
Okay.
Alright, now I'm going to leave. I think first place I'll go to is the house where I'm staying with JJ Ling. So I can pick up that envelope from her, and I'll do my other errands. Okay, I think she's here at the Place Monge.
Come in, set your things down and come on over here. Hi, JJ Ling. I check your hand, but I get flour all over you. Oh, and Heather called and told me about your luggage. No worries. I have plenty of clothes in every size imaginable. Your bedroom's down that hall. The airline lost my luggage once, told me it was gone for good and paid me $100. Then 5 years later, my suitcase shows up on my doorstep. And a bill for the $100 they'd paid me. Plus interest.
It showed up
5 years later.
What? You don't believe me?
Actually, no.
Actually, no.
Ooh, you're honest. You're smart. You and I are gonna get along great, Nancy Drew. You were right not to believe me. I made it up. See, to be a good model, you kind of have to be a good actress, too. So sometimes I make things up, just for practice. Just to see if I can get people to believe me.
Doesn't that make people kind of mad?
Some people, yeah. But I don't do it to be mean. And it's not like I'm hurting anybody. I'm just being creative. I've got some people convinced that I won the lottery and am actually a millionaire. It's kind of fun. You like chocolate chip cookies?
Oh,
I
yeah.
love chocolate chip cookies.
So do I. And the nice thing is, I'm about 3 pounds shy of being the perfect size 12 that I need to be for Minette. I have a very high metabolism. So, I make cookies, I eat cookies, and since you're here, I share cookies.
Why does Minette want you to be a size 12?
Contractually, I have to be a size 12. See, Minette is into curves, so she designs clothes for full-figured curvy women. Because I signed on to be a fitting model, I have to maintain the ideal size 12 weight and shape.
What's a fitting model?
A fitting model puts on samples from a designer's latest line, so the designer can create each piece on a real live person instead of a dress form. It's not very exciting. In fact, it's totally boring.
Plus, you're always getting stabbed with pins. But it pays the bills.
Does anyone else live here?
Nope, it's just me. And you now. Managed to get a short-term lease. Soon as I'm done being Minette's fitting model, I am out of here.
Can you think of anyone who might be out to get Minette?
Well, Dieter, obviously.
Is he the only person you can think of?
There's always Hugo Butterly, I guess. He and Minette are always taking pot shots at each other. Although that's probably because they know the fashion media eat that sort of stuff up.
Heather wants me to pick up an envelope from you.
Oh yeah, it's right over there. Heather needed a bunch of personal information so they can pay me, but I refused to give it out over the phone. I'm real paranoid about that sort of stuff. Don't ask me why, I just am. Go ahead and take it to her.
See you later.
Take care.
Hey, let me take a quick look around before I leave. Yes, we are going to check out the catacombs later in the game and call Zoo about it, but not anytime soon. I want to look at the paper. There's a mint shortage going on. Alright, now I'll stop at the Rue de Bac, which is Dieter's place. The Hotel de Ville is where Jean-Michel will be eating at the Café Kiki. So but I have to get the photos and then take them to Jean-Mi. Okay, here's Dieter.
No, don't say anything. Let me guess. You lost your passport, so you're looking for the American consulate to get it replaced. Only you wound up here because you asked a Parisian for directions, and you thought you understood what he said, only you didn't. Am I right?
Well, you got the part about being an American right.
But you're not lost? Ugh, I must be losing my touch. Dieter von Schwesterkrank. Please don't tell me you're a would-be model who thinks her career would take off if only I would photograph her.
No, my name's Nancy Drew. Minette sent me here to pick up some fabric photos.
Ach, I regret to say I have not printed them up yet, nor will I have time to do so for quite a while. Had I used my digital cameras, there would be no problem, but unfortunately, the essence of those fabrics was better captured by film.
You're not really going to make me go back to Minette and tell her that, are you?
I'd forgotten how unpleasant she can be when things don't go her way. Do you know how to make prints?
No.
No.
Then you will learn. There is a binder on the bookshelf that will tell you how to make prints with the paper I use, which is Krollmeister Eskachrome PB paper. The darkroom is through the door with the red light by it, and the 4 negatives from which prints need to be made are next to the enlarger. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Great. Oh, look. It's a clownfish in a blue tank, just like Marlin and Dory species, respectively, in Finding Nemo and now Finding Dory. This was made a couple years after Nemo.
Enlarger, negatives, developer, stop bath, mixer. May I take this binder into the dark room with me?
Leave it in here, please. If you take it in there, you might spill something on it.
Alright, this puzzle...
Just make sure you don't knock over anything in there. Some of those chemicals are extremely volatile.
This puzzle is one of my worst enemies.
Whoa, look at all those bottles of chemicals. One false move and boom.
When I first played this game, I encountered many fatal errors trying to develop the photos correctly. But if you don't want to go through all that turbulence of developing the photos and having many second chances, there is a little cheat to get around it. And that is by flushing the toilet 10 times. And when you flush it for the 10th time, you'll hear that clucking sound, get an Easter egg. And the cheat for that was once you flush the toilet and get the Easter egg,
There, I'll just put them in an envelope and I'll be all set.
photos are all developed for you. So that's one of the best cheats I've ever took, and I always use it when I play this game. I just cannot struggle going through trying to make prints of those 4 photos and going back to the main menu for another chance many times afterwards. So yeah, I always do it this way.
Ah, you made the prints. Now you get to have the pleasure of delivering them to Monsieur Traquenard.
It sounds like you don't like him.
He's a conceited nixnuts who thinks far too highly of himself and far too little of everyone else to do his job fairly.
Heather didn't seem to like him very much either.
I refuse to bow and scrape when I'm in his presence, and he resents me for it. He's not used to that. You see, most people are so afraid he'll write something bad about them that as far as they're concerned, whatever Jean-Mi wants, Jean-Mi gets, no questions asked.
Why does Jean-Mi need those prints?
Heather said that he wants to use them to illustrate an upcoming story about modern fabrics.
What's your opinion of Minette's assistant, Heather McKay?
Heather's a bright girl. Her crush on me is unfortunate, but I can handle it.
She has a crush on you?
It's obvious to me that she does. Dealing with models the way I do day in and day out, I've gotten pretty good at knowing what women are thinking and feeling.
Does Heather know that you know?
I've said nothing to her because although there is no chance that I will ever reciprocate her feelings, I see no point in hurting her. Let her have her crush. Eventually she will set her heart on someone else and I will be forgotten.
I hear that you used to date Minette,
That is correct.
but you're not dating her now?
No.
Why do I get the feeling you're not happy about that?
She broke up with me by leaving a message on my cell phone, and she hasn't said a word to me since. It was an unforgivable outrage. I don't claim to be a paragon of virtue, but even I didn't deserve that.
You've had no contact at all with Minette since she broke it off?
None. All my dealings with her now are strictly professional, with Heather handling any and all communication between us.
Have you tried communicating with her anonymously?
Are you accusing me of something?
No, I'm just curious.
Curiosity is not necessarily a good thing, Fräulein. I try to remember that if I were you.
How well do you know J.J. Ling?
As well as I care to. The way she's always pulling out that annoying word game and begging people to play. And did you know that she won a lottery back in the States? That's right, she's actually filthy rich. What kind of person models when she's filthy rich? There's something not quite right about that girl.
Thanks for your help.
Drop by again?
Okay, and I want to look around
What's
here briefly.
this?
That's just a toy I made when I was a boy. Go ahead and play with it if you want. I still do.
Nice camera.
Digital camera.
Is it digital?
Yes, very high res though. Very limited capacity. Would you like to borrow it?
I'd love to. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yes, we are going to need to take pictures with it. But for right now, let's go to the Hotel de Ville and meet Jean-Mi and give him these photos. Then we'll go to the Pont Neuf and try to find those things that Minette wants.
Oui.
Excusez-moi, mais êtes-vous Monsieur Traquenard?
Please, in English. I do not wish to hear my native tongue butchered while I eat. As for my name, not Traquenard.
Not Traquenard.
Jean-Michel Traquenard.
Jean-Michel Traquenard.
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 Traquenard. Traquenard.
Enough.
What can I do for you,
Traquenard.
Mademoiselle?
Drew. Nancy Drew. I've just started working for Minette as an assistant.
Not Traquenard.
What happened to Ezer?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Ezer Mickey.
Ezer Mickey.
Huh?
Hmm? Oh, Heather McKay. No,
Ezer
Heather still works
Mickey.
for Minette. I'm kind of working for both of them.
Our Lady of the Mask has fired 3 assistants in the past 5 months. I hope you are not next. In fact, that Ezer has managed to avoid the axe for this long is truly remarkable.
Here, I'm supposed to give these photos to you. They came straight from Dieter von Schwesterkrank's darkroom. I printed them up myself.
You are quite doué as a photo developer. Bravo for you, Nancy Drew. Merci. I was afraid Ezer had forgotten. So, you had the pleasure of meeting Herr von Schwesterkrank, eh?
He seemed very nice.
Dieter is a very enterprising young man, which in most cases is good, but when arrogance enters the picture... So, do you, like Ezer, hope to leave your mark on the world of couture?
I have no desire to design wild and crazy dresses, if that's what you mean.
Then you are an intelligent young lady, Nancy. In the world of couture, a single creation worn by someone famous to a high-profile event, such a dress can be worth a fortune in publicity, which makes it a desperately competitive world. A dog-eat-dog world. A world where bad things can and do happen to good people. You must order something. I insist. La carte, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, but I'm really not hungry.
Mademoiselle.
Thank you. I mean, merci.
Order anything you want. Everything here is superb. And Henri, he is the best waiter in all of France.
Well, in that case... The cannelles sound good, I guess.
Oui, mademoiselle.
Merci, Henri. Ajoutez-le mon addition, s'il vous plaît.
Certainement.
Chicken dumplings. You are going to love them.
Yes. I'm glad I ordered that. It was great.
Excusez-moi, mademoiselle.
So, what else do you wish from me?
Do you have any idea why Minette wears that mask?
I believe she is the victim of botched plastic surgery.
Do you have proof?
No, but I tell you this, Nancy. Some women with noses that would put birds of prey to shame are perfectly content with their appearance, while others with acceptable features are convinced they are more hideous than Frankenstein. Self-image. It can make people do strange things.
If you had to name Minette's worst enemy, who would that be?
Ugo Batelli, without a doubt. Not only do he and Minette have similar design styles, so that they are constantly competing for the same couture clients, but both of them are unthinking, socially inept egoists. It is a rare week that goes by without one of them insulting the other.
Has it ever gone beyond words?
Not to my knowledge. You ask very curious questions, Mademoiselle Drew. They make me think you know more than you are saying. And as a member of the press, I'm not sure that I like that.
Do you have a real office somewhere?
When I'm writing my column, I go to my office at Glam Glam. When I'm researching my column, I come here. I have my telephone, which can do everything save sing the Marseillaise, good food, and a chair for whomever stops by.
How can I contact this Hugo Butterly person?
His phone number is right here in my digital assistant. Of course, it's extremely unlikely that you will be able to talk to him in person. Even I occasionally have trouble penetrating the wall of sycophants that surrounds him. So, what else do you wish from me?
I'm staying with JJ Ling, the model. Do you know her?
But of course, I know everyone who is anyone when it comes to fashion. And Gigi, she is a
He
breath
pronounces
of
her
fresh
name
air.
like Gigi.
But what about JJ Ling?
You mean Gigi Ling?
No, I mean JJ.
Gigi.
JJ.
JJ.
En français, you pronounce G like J and J like G. She may very well be JJ in America, but in France, she is Gigi.
Okay.
How well does she get along with Minette?
From what I hear, very well. Which is surprising when you consider all things. I assume she told you how she was tricked into a current contract with Minette.
No, she didn't. Minette tricked her?
If you do not know, you will have to ask Gigi. Just because I know everything that happens in the world of haute couture does not mean that I repeat everything.
Thank you for talking to me.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Okay, go to Pont Neuf.
To the memory of the French fighters.
Okay, there are 3 stands here that you need to stop at to find items.
Bonjour. Lequel préférez-vous?
Parlez-vous anglais?
If you buy, I speak whatever you like. I see you over
Each
there.
stand will have at least one item you want.
You are a tourist?
Actually, I have a job here in Paris, but it's only temporary. So I guess I'm kind of a tourist.
Tourists are good. I welcome tourists. I am Malika. I sell fine things from around the world. The others who sell here, they sell things which they pry from the muck of their basements. You see something you like?
Well,
Let's try these green rings,
how much are you
because they're
selling the green
circular
rings
and
for?
green colored.
They are green magic rings. They cost 15 euros.
Now, if you pay for whole price, you're going to lose money faster, but if you generally take the first offer of a lower price, they'll accept.
How about 11 euros?
Voila. What else do you like?
Nothing else.
Guess I'm just not in a buying mood.
When you come back, maybe then I have what you like.
I'll remember that.
Merci. Au revoir.
Let's go to this one down here.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. If you like the bargains, you have come to the right place. What captures the eyes?
Well,
Okay, here we'll need this lava lamp and this orange cone. I think that's red, so yeah, because we need red and orange, and then the last thing we'll need has to be blue.
what's the price of this lava lamp?
That lamp is very special.
Okay, I'll
The
ask
proof
for
which
15
rises
euros
and falls
instead.
inside it, unlike any I have ever seen. Watching it will entertain you for hours. And I am selling it for only 20 euro.
Would you take 15 euros instead?
It is yours. See anything else you like?
Okay, I'm not going to buy it, but this looks very much like, from what I can tell, this looks very much like the jade key that we used to open up the monolith in Secret of the Scarlet Hand. And at the previous stand, there was a Captain's Cove Fun Day spoon. Cute little ways they connect to the other games, you know?
Does this cost very much?
The traffic cone is one of my favorites. So colorful and so useful. With it, I myself learned to park my car parallel. And I ask only 10 euro for it.
Would you take 8 euros for it?
It is yours. See anything else you like?
Actually, I don't see anything else.
Here, new things come and old things go all the time. You must come back.
I might just do that. Au revoir.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Okay, let's go to the last stand.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Monsieur Marchand, à votre service.
Bonjour, Monsieur Marchand.
American tourist?
Sort of. Is that okay?
I like Americans. They are smart. I sell good stuff and they can tell. So, what are you going to buy?
Well,
Oh, look, here's another item from the Haunted Carousel. That's from where the Fun Day Silver Spoon comes. This robotic arm on the spook number 10 towards the end of the game. But what item we want here needs to be blue and circular, and this film canister is perfect.
what's in here? A movie?
Oui, it contains an American short film. I am not sure if it is about the beloved beast of burden in Tibet or about someone who talks a lot, but it has won many awards. As the fact that it is in a nice blue canister makes it well worth 84 euro.
That's a lot of money. How about 63 euros?
Vendu. What else tickles the fancy?
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
By any chance, does Mademoiselle wish to earn some money?
Maybe. How?
The tourists, they like to buy hand-painted reproductions of famous works of art. But as you can see, it is difficult for me to paint them. But for a young woman such as you, it is easy.
You want me to paint the reproductions?
You see, the lines are already there. You look at the original painting, you put paint on your brush, you paint between the lines. Voila! A painting which the tourists will gobble up. And I pay you 15 euro for each one you complete. Do you wish to start now?
Definitely.
But of course.
You have choice of two paintings, and this one is the fastest and easiest to do.
Magnifique! You have done excellent work, and for that, I reward you. Do you wish to paint another?
Definitely.
But of course.
Just one more. Yeah, see, this also pays, you get paid 15 euros, but it'll take too long to do it, so I'm doing this since it'll take a lot faster. So this is how you can earn some extra money during the course of the game. I will probably be painting more stuff, but I'm probably going to cut out times when I do, just so this video won't run on longer than I want it to.
Monsieur, how's this?
Another fine job. Here is your money. Do you wish to paint another?
Not right now. Maybe later.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Alright, now I'll go back to Manette's studio with these items in tow. Look, there's the picture of the cow from the Cocoa Pringles products. Okay. Okay, gotta hurry to answer the phone.
Bonjour, Minette's House of Design.
Bonjour, est-ce que c'est Heather?
This is Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew. Oh my, that name is familiar, but for the life of me, I cannot remember what. Nancy Drew. This is going to drive me mad.
May I ask who this is?
Prudence Rutherford.
Prudence Rutherford.
Oh, shoot. I know you. I talked to you when I was
The
working
socialite
at the Bridge Hill
we spoke
Museum in
to
Washington, D.C.
in Secret of the Scarlet
I'm Nancy
Hand.
Drew, remember? You sent me a copy of your fire ruby necklace. You know, the one that had been stolen.
Oh, good heavens, yes, of course, Nancy Drew. Why, as I understand it, it was largely because of your investigatory prowess that my real necklace was recovered soon thereafter. What on earth is a nascent detective like you doing answering the telephone for Minette? Get down from there. Excuse me, dear.
Nancy, tell her the designs are done and will be shipped to her by the end of the week. Then go to the work table and finish them.
You want me to finish them?
The instructions are all right there. Piece of cake.
Are you? Why my husband insists on sitting here in my study in this soggy tennis talks when he has the run of the whole village beyond me? Oh dear, thanks to that scallywag, I've quite forgotten what we were talking about.
I forget too. But the important thing is, I'm going to ship you some designs very shortly.
Oh, goody gumdrops!
You should have them by the end of the week.
Wonderful! I'm sure they're going to knock my socks off and blow me away, as you young people like to say. Lucille, get the deodorizer, please. Philip's been in here again, I'm afraid. Goodbye, dear. Or shall I say, à tout à l'heure?
À tout à l'heure. Alright, so the designs for Prudence are right here.
Are the designs I'm supposed to finish for Prudence Rutherford under here? You got it. First thing I need to do is flip up this plastic sheet.
Okay. By pieces of clothing, it means like items like these and not just pants, shirts, and shoes. So I'm putting together the summer ensemble. And when you're
We're on a roll.
when you've done the correctly, then Heather will comment or Nancy will say something. Okay. And you only choose items once, so like anything I had the previous ensemble cannot be on this one, and then for the succeeding one. So this is the cruise ensemble. Yes, and bags like this count for something. clothing or items needed for the ensemble.
Excellent.
Even something black moves this purse, so white will be these pants.
Well, that's that. All 3 outfits
right.
are ready for you to send to Prudence.
Good job.
Okay, now let's go give these things to Minette.
If you need to talk to Minette, good luck. She's playing that ridiculous online game she's obsessed with and refuses to do anything else until she gets the highest score. It is so aggravating.
Okay, so we're going to have to play as her in order to make her think she's won. So the game is right here, Jane's Games Portal. This refers to Jane Penvillin, and that guinea pig picture is the one she used to own. And if you remember in Curse of Blackmore Manor, she said she loved games and wanted to make her
Do you
own
happen
someday.
to know what Minette's login is?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Okay, that's not a problem. Through those notes that I found in the desk drawer, the login is Carol, like her dress model name, and password is Rude, obviously. So this is a matching game.
Game on.
So this is a matching game, lining them up in rows of 3, 4, 5, just like the petroglyph punch that she would have us do in that same game. Oh, and this picture of Brady Armstrong is here because she has a crush on him. He's from the final scene, one of the main characters. Okay. Look, here's a picture of Jane right there. And Brady. Okay, I'm gonna mix it up because I couldn't see any. Oh, that boinging sound. Boing. Try to mix it up again. Oh, here's Jeff Akers from Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake. Ooh, less than a minute left. Let's try to mix it up again. Alright, I'm getting close. Alright. That should get me in, as the highest score. Have to beat 1,000, so I've got 1,050. I should be good. Letty D. That sounds like, so Sunny played before. So then Carol, as in Minette, played before. That was her last score. Letty D. That sounds like the initials of Letitia Drake, Jane's great aunt from the same game.
I got the highest score.
Or should I say Carol did?
Oh my gosh, I did it. Heather, I won. I got the highest score. Send Nancy in here. We've got work to do, and I am on a roll.
You're a genius. Now get in there before she decides she has to beat that score.
Alright.
Ah, you have some stuff for me. Let's see it. How absolutely positively rude. The lava lamp, the rings, the canister, the cone. They're perfect. I adore them all. Now go away. I have work to do.
Alright. And then this comes up.
Where is JJ?
I told you, she's not answering her phone.
Heather, I don't want excuses. I want JJ now.
Nancy? It seems that Minette has finally thought up all the designs she needs for her spring collection. But instead of putting them down on paper, like a normal designer, she insists on creating them on a live model. Hence her sudden, desperate need for JJ.
Say no more. I'll go get her.
Heather, I don't want excuses. I want JJ now.
Go like the wind.
Alright, let's Amscray and go back to get JJ.
Oh, goody, you're back. I'm really bored. Let's play hangman. You know how to play, right? Hangman? Well, yeah, sure.
Great. Okay, I'll think of a 6-letter word and you try to guess what it is. Ready?
Ready. A.
Try to pick any of the vowels.
That's a winner.
That'll could make it a little simpler.
I.
Sorry.
O.
That's a winner.
I don't care if I win or lose.
Incorrect.
R.
Correct.
B.
Afraid not.
N.
Bingo.
F.
Frozen.
Bingo.
Z.
You won. Play again?
No thanks.
No thanks.
Anytime you want to play, just let me know.
Is it true you were tricked into working for Minette?
My agent led me to believe the contract I was signing was for a standard modeling gig. It wasn't until I arrived in Paris that I realized I'd actually signed on to be Minette's fitting model. I could be stuck here for a month.
So you're sorry you signed the contract?
Yeah, but not as sorry as my agent is. Because you know what I did? I had him take me to the hottest restaurant in Paris. And after ordering the most expensive meal I could, I stood up,
I don't
dumped
think
the dessert
so.
tray over his head, told him he was fired, then shoved him backwards into the fountain.
Oh, come on.
What? You don't believe me?
No.
Not really, no.
You're catching on.
Minette needs you at her studio. In fact, she's been screaming for you, literally.
Too bad. I'm not going anywhere until these mint chocolate chip cookies are finished.
But if I go back there without you, Minette'll fire me.
Too bad. Silly me, I just said that, didn't I?
Look, go to the studio. I'll finish those for you, okay? I'll do a great job, I promise.
Well, I'll head over there. But I'm going to call you before I set one foot inside Minette's studio. And if those aren't done, or if you try to lie...
I never lie. Ask anyone.
Well, all right. Everything you need is right here. Recipe, baking sheet, mixing bowl, measuring cups and spoons, ingredients, and if you mess up and want to start over, just turn around and dump it down the sink. One problem though. The recipe calls for fresh mint. Only I had to toss the sprig I had because it was moldy. So you're going to have to go out and find some more. Which could be hard because there's some kind of mint shortage thing going on. Oh, and I'm also out of brown sugar. I think there's a way to substitute for it using molasses somehow, but that's your problem now. Remember, I'm going to call you when I get to Minette's. If those cookies aren't done, I'm going to go shopping instead, and Minette's going to go bonkers. Ta-ta!
Okay,
Well,
here's
some
molasses.
What are books doing in here? What in the world is JJ doing with books on electrical engineering?
Well, we need to know how to use the molasses as a substitution with sugar for brown sugar. So let's go to Pont Neuf and see what new goods they might have there, including any books about cooking. Let's see maybe if they're carrying any mint.
Bonjour. I have many new things, you see?
Wow, you sure do.
You are sure to find something you like.
Is this mint?
Oui, that is
Whoa.
mint. They grow us of mint because of them all over Paris, all over France. No mint except for here. I have very good mint, not moldy. I sell to you for 50 euros.
Maybe because of the mint shortage, that's why it's so high. Well, we can decline because I know another place to get mint at a much lower price.
No thanks.
What else do you like?
Guess I'm just not in a buying mood.
When you want to look again, just come back.
I will. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Okay, let's see if he's got anything.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. As you can see, you have many new things to choose from. What intrigues you?
Well, let's see.
Here's a book about cooking.
What's in here?
If you are cooking and you run out of an ingredient, that book tells you what you can use in its
I'll
place.
get 6
So
euros.
if you must cook, you must have that book. Fortunately, I charge only 8 euros.
6 euros is more my speed.
Vendu. What else tickles the fancy?
What is this?
What is this thing?
I have been told that it is probably a decoder used by those who resisted the German occupation of World War II.
Really? How much do you want for it?
Nothing. It is not for sale. It is a piece of history. I have it only as an eye catcher.
But you're a businessman. You must be willing to part with it for something.
I will trade you one piece of history for another. You give me a bottle of Mouton Fouetté 1968, and I give you the decoder.
Deal. What's Mouton Fouetté?
Mouton Fouetté 1968 is a very rare beverage that is usually stored underground. Unfortunately, finding an intact bottle has become next to impossible. But if you want the decoder, the impossible is what you must do. So, get me a bottle of Mouton Fouetté 1968. I will accept nothing less. In the meantime, what else tickles the fancy?
Nothing.
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Now let's go to the other seller.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. You are asked to return. I have many new things. You see?
Yes, you do.
We'll probably need this
I
for
could
something.
use a French-English dictionary. How much?
This is the best French
How about
English
23
dictionary
euros?
you can buy in all of Paris. Not too big, simple to use, hundreds and hundreds of words. I practically give it to you for 30 euros.
How about 23 euros?
It is yours. What else appeals to you?
Could use a flashlight.
I could use a flashlight. Mine was in my lost luggage.
That is only 10 euro. Batteries included.
Would you take 8 euros for it?
It is yours.
All right,
What else appeals to you?
nothing else. Those gloves look like the gloves we used in Secrets Can Kill for the boiler trap. Another cute connection.
Actually, I'm not interested in buying anything right now.
Then you will just have to come back.
I might just do that. Bye.
Au revoir.
Okay. Now, where do we go to get mint? At the Cafe Kiki. There is a dish that has mint included. Let's see how much money I have left. Oh, can't while I'm...
Mademoiselle Dru, what is it now?
Do you think I could order something?
Order anything you like. But know that this time, you will pay for it.
No problem.
Le carte?
Okay, the dish we need is the creme de glace.
I think I'll have the creme de glace.
D'accord. Ça fait 5 euros.
That will be 5 euros.
That's one less coin in my purse.
Ice cream with a sprig of mint on top. So refreshing.
I need to take that mint so I can make those cookies for JJ. I think I'll save the mint for later.
As you wish.
All right.
I'm glad I ordered that. It was great.
Excusez-moi, mademoiselle.
So, what else do you wish from me?
We'll talk again later, okay?
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
All right, let me go back to the place Mange. And I'll make those cookies. Well, first I better read this book about
Brown
substituting.
sugar.
Okay, brown sugar. Half cup of white sugar and 1 teaspoon of molasses. Okay. Alright, okay, the mint goes here.
I'll just chop up this mint.
Okay. Oh, the molasses. I got put it down and then I can get started.
There, I'm ready to start cooking.
Alright, okay, 3 cubes of butter. One cup of sugar. And let's see, for substitution, half cup of white sugar. A teaspoon of molasses. 3 eggs. Okay, 3 eggs. A teaspoon of vanilla. 2 and 1/4 cup of flour. Half teaspoon of baking soda. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And the mint goes in. 1 cup of chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chips. Alright, and when it's all done, you just click on this. Oh, must be the mint that does that.
Must be the mint that makes their edges turn up like that. I'll just cool the cookies off on this rack and I'll be all done. Hello?
Well, are they done?
They sure are.
Describe them.
Describe them?
Describe them. I've made them before, so I'll know you're lying if you fail to mention the one thing that makes them different from other cookies.
Well, their edges curl upwards.
Bingo! Nice going. Because of you, Minette is about to become a very happy camper.
Is she, though? Alright. Let's go back to the studio. Okay.
Minette's House of Design.
I need to speak to Minette.
May I tell her who's calling?
No, just get her on the phone.
One moment, please.
Okay, it said do not disturb, so she's got JJ with her, so we can't.
I'm sorry, she's busy. May I take a message?
I just sent her one.
Okay. Sounded kind of intimidating.
A stuffed parrot?
You rule. Oh, that's nice. Alright, let's go to... Oh, well, since Heather's not here, let's open up the Dodo box. Okay, and the trick is you have to get the Dodo right here to this corner that's lit up. Okay, yeah, push this. Not sure what it looks like a falcon or something, some other kind of bird that would eat it. Okay, so that part's done. Okay, yeah, so these are the arcades, I gotta press it. Gotta get out of the way of these two wolves. Okay. Just don't turn in their direction. I mean, you're fine the way you are, but if you move in the same direction they are, they'll eat you up and you're up to start again. Okay. Oh, yeah, so 3 predators. It's an eagle. I knew it was some kind of bird. Wolf and human. Okay. Let's see. Oops. My bad. Okay. All right. Now I can open it. Just hit that. I guess to be anonymous, they're sending it with they're not writing it, they're just having like all these random fonts so that it can't be traced to who's sending it. Because if it was a letter, it would be most obvious. Okay, that's the one I opened up before. This looks a little different.
The letters on this one look different than the letters on the others.
Yeah. I mean, obviously means it wasn't sent by the same person who was sending the others. Okay, let's go to Pont Neuf and get the parrot. Okay. I think the parrot's right here. Dieter?
That looks like Dieter. I wonder what he's doing. Hey, Dieter! Hi!
Dieter?
No, wait! Dieter! Dieter!
Run away.
What did he run away for? That was weird. Looks like he left something on the bench. These must have fallen out of his pocket. Was that Tornade? That's the woman who that historian was calling about. Why would Dieter be carrying this around?
Only one way to find out. First, let's stop here. I think, yeah, there's the parrot.
What entries, mademoiselle, this time?
Well, before I forget, let me
Do you still need someone to paint pictures for you?
Be my guest.
All right.
Monsieur, how's this?
Another fine job. Here is your money. Do you wish to paint another?
I'd love to, if that's okay.
Be my guest.
Monsieur, how's this?
Another fine job. Here is your money. Do you wish to paint another?
Yes, please.
Be my guest.
Monsieur, how's this?
Another fine job. Here is your money. Do you wish to paint another?
Definitely.
Be my guest.
Monsieur, how's this?
Another fine job. Here is your money. Do you wish to paint another?
Not right now. Maybe later.
Later, yes. Now you buy something.
Is this parrot very expensive?
The price is very reasonable. 20 euro.
I'm willing to pay 15 euros for it.
Vendu. What else tickles your fancy?
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
All right. Go ahead and take this back to the studio.
Now what?
You have to get them out of there.
Who? What happened?
This little box came from me, and when I opened it, all these bugs came pouring out. They're all over the place in there. You have to get them out before they lay eggs or something.
What exactly do you want me to do?
Just go in there and put them back in the box they came in. Carefully. Don't kill any of them. Nothing good ever comes from killing things.
Don't worry. I'll get them out of there for you.
Bless you.
Yuck.
Ugh.
That must be the box they came in.
Ugh. All right. Gotta be quick. Sometimes you may catch them, so other times you won't. Just gotta move around the studio. Alright! Wow. I think there's something else I wanted to look in here.
Looks like this picture was taken before Manette splashed paint on the wall over there.
Oh. Oh yeah, those are those items there on the wall, but it's been cropped. Maybe we can ask if this is Glam Glam. Well, we can ask John Me about it. Okay, if I go.
Playtime's over, little guy. Poor girl.
All right, 3 down, 6 to go. Okay, so you're gonna fire them all in here, but sometimes you have to go in the opposite each direction. Alright. A lot faster than I used to be while playing this on my old Windows 7. Huh.
Dear Miss Manette, the books on the women of the French resistance, exploits of Noisette Tornade, because she owned the windmill which you now own. Oh, this is from that historian who called before. Maybe she can help me figure out why Dita was carrying that obituary around. Gotcha.
Oh, 5 down, 4 to go. I'm very quick.
My gosh, the letters in these fonts look exactly like the ones that were used in one of those threatening notes Manette got, which means Heather must have sent it.
But she probably only sent the one. Oh, crud.
Here, Buggy, Buggy, Buddy.
But you don't call bugs.
Oh, these guys are fast.
Yep, they are. But you're fast too. Alright. 2 more to go.
This fabric is so strange. It's soft and metallic all at the same time. Missed it.
Drat. Now, she won't let us out of here until we got all
If
that.
I were an insect, where would I hide?
Alright, 1 more.
Oh, these guys are fast.
Dang. Just 1 more. We'll try going in the other direction. Blast it.
Shoot, I missed.
Dang. Finally.
There, that has got to be the last bug.
Alright, got all 9. Let's get out of here.
You can open the door now, Manette.
Did you get all of the bugs?
Yes, Manette.
How many are there?
I don't know, 9?
Are they all alive?
Yes, Manette.
Are you sure you didn't kill any?
Positive.
And they're all in the box?
Yes.
Okay, listen. I want you to take that box to the park and let those things go. Only I don't want to be here when you come out. Probably the only thing those twisted little vermin are thinking about right now is revenge.
Manette, they're cockroaches.
Exactly. So I want you to count to 10, and then, and only then, are you to come out of there, all right?
Anything you say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What a nut job.
Okay, so she and Heather's not here. So let me take the opportunity now to call Lin Manrique. Okay, I think I need to dial the Zippy calling card. Prepaid, which is prepaid, allowing me to make calls outside of France. Yeah. All right.
Modern European History, Lin Manrique. Hello, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Paris. Actually, I talked to you earlier when you tried to call Manette. She's finally calling me back? Wonderful. Please, put her on. I'd like to, but I'm afraid she's still too busy to talk to you. Oh. But if you don't mind, could I ask you a couple of questions about Noisette Tournade? Certainly. How long did she live in the Moulin, where Manette now has her studio? She lived there for 55 years, from 1949 to 2004. She sold it when she moved to Provence, which is where she passed away. She never married, you know. Very private person. She served as Paris's director of public works for more than 20 years, yet not one person has been able to tell me what her favorite color was. What did she do during the war? From 1942 until the liberation of Paris, Noisette worked as a translator for the Germans by day and an encoder for the French resistance by night. This, as you might imagine, made everyone suspicious of her, both French and Germans alike. And after the war, things got ugly. Especially when people found out she was romantically involved with a German soldier. His name was Hans von Schwesterkrank. You're kidding me. Was he by any chance related to Dieter von Schwesterkrank, the fashion photographer? I'm afraid I have no idea. Hans left Paris right after the war and never returned, leaving Noisette to fend for herself. She was tried as a collaborator in 1946 and acquitted, but the experience left her quite bitter. You see, some people said that during the war she took various pieces of artwork, mostly from churches, and stashed them away somewhere so they wouldn't fall into enemy hands. That sounds pretty heroic to me. Well, some people said she stole them for herself. And unfortunately, the artwork remains lost to this day. No one knows exactly what Noisette took, or if indeed she took anything. In any case, Noisette was terribly hurt that the city she loved had turned on her like that. After her trial, she told the press that the truth of what she'd done during the war resided in her and in the person and place she loved the most. And that was that. She never spoke of her wartime activities again. I assume that the person she was referring to was Hans von Schwesterkrank, who passed away a year or two ago, and that the place was her beloved Moulin, which is why I'm hoping Manette will allow me to visit it. Now, I've got a question for you. In the hours before she died, Noisette was said to have constantly muttered 3 words: red, left, green. Is there anything inside the Moulin that has to do with red, left, green? Anything at all? No, but I'll keep that in mind and let you know if I see something. I'd appreciate it. Any other questions? What was the French resistance? That was the name given to the various groups of men and women who did their best to undermine Germany's military occupation of France during World War II. Some would engage in strikes and sabotage, while others would collect and pass intelligence along to the Allies. Needless to say, their operations were highly covert and very dangerous. What else can you tell me about the German occupation of Paris? The German army entered Paris on June 14th, 1940, and after France formally surrendered on June 22nd, the Germans controlled the city. They took whatever they wanted: food, supplies, houses, artwork, and dictated how Parisians were to live their lives. Naturally, their presence was deeply resented. Some people ignored the situation as best they could. Some collaborated with the Germans, while others, like those in the resistance, fought back until the city was finally liberated on August 25th, 1944. After the war, when she was the director of public works, what kind of things did Noisette do? She oversaw many of the services which the citizens of Paris enjoyed every day. Streets, bridges, parks, their maintenance all came under Noisette's purview. She particularly enjoyed putting various forms of art on permanent display in various public places, especially parks. What's the story behind the Cross of Lorraine? The vertical bar crossed by two horizontal bars is an emblem that was first used by Joan of Arc, as well as the Dukes of Lorraine in the 15th century. But during and after World War II, it became a symbol of the French resistance. Nowadays, it's not unusual to see it on statues or monuments commemorating the period in French history from 1940 to 1945. What did you mean when you said Moisette was tried as a collaborator? Collaborators were French citizens who not only failed to resist the occupation, but actually helped the Germans keep it going. Because Moisette had worked for the Germans as a translator and had a German boyfriend, after the war, many of her countrymen automatically accused her of collaboration. When it was revealed that she had been a member of the resistance, instead of exonerating her, that just made some people think she'd been spying for the Germans too. As I said before, it was an ugly time, one which poor Noisette spent the rest of her life trying to forget. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Call back anytime.
Alright, let's go talk to Dieter now that we know about Noisette from the obituary he was carrying.
Uh-oh. Dad made me promise not to go anywhere by myself after dark. This'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Alright, well, I got a lot done for the day. You can change the day even if you want, but I like to try to get as much done as I can before the day automatically changes. So, yeah, got a lot done, so now I'll just automatically go. That's how you get it to change. Go to Nancy's room. Right. I don't think JJ's, yeah, she's not here still. So let's go to Dieter's place.
Sounds like someone's in the dark room. Mr. von Schwesterkrank? Are you in there?
Who's there?
Nancy Drew. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
I'm very busy. You'll have to come back.
I just wondered what you were doing in Square du Vert Galant Park.
I was just taking a walk.
You dropped an obituary about Noisette Toinade. Shall I leave it for you?
There's no need. I don't want it.
Why were you carrying it around?
Because I was going to send it to my grandmother. I thought she knew the woman herself.
You also dropped some kind of trinket. Looks like a miniature clock.
That's something my great-uncle Hans did. It's actually a key. It opens the panel over there to the right of the bookshelf. He lived here during the war. The place has been in the family ever since.
What's behind the panel?
Go ahead and see for yourself. Just be prepared to go a little cuckoo.
Alright. The item goes right here. And yeah, I said be prepared to go a little cuckoo. Because this is what it does. Alright, so this is a time puzzle. You have to get all of them on the 3. So you have to have them all encircled on 3. Alright.
Mr. von Schwesterkrank? Believe it or not, that key your uncle gave you opened up some kind of passageway. Is it okay if I see where it goes?
A passageway? He never said anything about that passageway. Go ahead and explore it on your own. Just be careful. This building is very old.
Wonder if his name is Boris.
For what reason? Let's take a picture of it. It should be saved. Let's see where it goes.
I wonder what that symbol means. The year when our despair ended. The year when my despair began.
Well, according to the obituary, the year when our despair ended, that was 1945. Also what Lynn said, the war ended in 1945. So that's the code for this. What's this? Huh, that looks like just like the decoder we have found in the park. Alright, well, let's go back and see if we can talk to Dieter yet. Or at least do any favors for him.
Mr. von Schwesterkrank? Are you in there?
Who's there?
Nancy Drew. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
I'm very busy. You'll have to come back.
But this is really important. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Well, if you want, you could take some stock photos for me.
Sure.
The list of things I need pictures of is on my desk. You can use the camera and let you borrow.
I'll get right on it.
Okay, here's the list.
Oh no, the list is in French.
Alright, well, luckily I have the French-English dictionary. So... Okay. He wants... Okay, so he wants pictures of a stapler, a spider, a candle, a skull, a cross. Did I miss something? Okay. One last thing. Yeah, it wasn't on that. Teapot. Okay, teapot, cross, skull. Okay, candle. So stapler, spider, candle, skull, cross, and teapot. Well, I know where to find all those items. I already got a picture of a spider, so I'm good with that. Well, let's see. Let's go to Rue de Bac because Pont Neuf, because there is the cross of Lorraine of which I can take a picture. Plus, I have to get rid of those cockroaches.
Okay, guys, end of the line. You are out of here.
Yuck. Alright, that's a little far too close so I don't get a good picture, so I think maybe one like this should be good. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the studio, because there I can get a picture of the teapot and the stapler. Okay, Heather's back. Let's give her
Did
the
you get
parrot.
the stuffed parrot? Here you go. What's it for, anyway?
It's a Minette thing. You wouldn't understand. No one would.
Here's that envelope I picked up from JJ. I almost forgot.
No problem.
Why did you write Minette that threatening letter?
What? You think I wrote those letters?
I think you wrote at least one of them.
Can you prove it?
The letters on it match the memo you sent Minette about fonts.
Okay. A couple months ago, I got so fed up with her that I just had to get back at her somehow. I'd seen how upset those other letters made her, so I sent one of my own, but just that one. And I never intended to really do anything to her. I just wanted her to suffer. You know, emotionally.
The way she made you suffer when she started going out with Dieter.
You really don't miss a trick, do you? I thought when she dumped him like that he'd finally come to his senses and realize that I'm the one he should be with. But even now, even after she broke up with him, she still has some kind of weird, sick hold on him. Look, you're not going to tell Minette about this, are you? There's really no need. It'll just upset her all over again. And she's so far behind as it is. And there's no telling how she'd take it out on me. Or on you, for that matter, just for telling her. So don't say anything to her, okay?
I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll see you later.
Okay, so while I'm here, I will take the pictures of the stapler and the teapot. Getting the last two pictures, the candle and the skull, are going to be more of a challenge because there's something I have to do, a special task I have to do in order to do that. So I got the stapler, now I'll go in Minette's office here to get the picture of the teapot. And now that I found that book in the passageway in Dieter's place, I want to look at these again.
I wonder if the symbols on these discs have something to do with the dials on the M380 decoder that Noisette Tornade used.
Yes, they look sort of like those with the dials and the Roman numerals, what I can see best. And if I remember correctly, part of that, those discs seem to appear in this background photo here in this magazine.
The stone discs in this picture could have something to do with the M380 decoder Noisette Tornade used. This picture looks like it was cropped. I wonder if Monsieur Traquenard still has the original.
Okay, at some point I guess I'll go ahead and ask him. Okay, now... in order to get pictures of the skull and candle, first I have to call Zoo, that person from the magazine in JJ's house. Okay, 011614560.
Hello? I know you're calling for minutes. Please, tell me. Is this Xing Xing?
No, I'm afraid not. But I know Jing Jing. In fact, I'm staying at her place.
You are the most lucky person in the world. I am a big fan of Xing Xing. I call her house and leave massage. I call Minette because I know she works there, but she will not talk to me. She is too... what is the word? Paranormal?
You mean paranoid?
Yes, paranoid. So, if you are not Xing Xing, why do you call me?
This is Zoo, right?
Yes, I am Zoo.
Well, Zoo, my name is Nancy Drew.
I think
and
it's by the voice actor, same voice actor as Dieter.
I was in an underground passage not too long ago. It looked like two leaves with two nut-type things attached to them. And I just wondered if you could tell me what it meant or why it was there.
Yes, of course I can. But first, you must have Xing write something for me.
Write something for you?
You must have her write something that I can keep. Have her write, Zoo, my love, Xing. Then, take the metro to the Denfert Rochereau station, enter the catacombs, find the bones from the Magdalene Cemetery, and put the autograph in the skull below the plaque.
Have her write Zoo, my love, Jing, go to the catacombs, find the Magdalene Cemetery bones, and leave the autograph in a skull.
Yes, exactly that. Don't worry about desecrating the person whose bones they may be. The skull, it is a fake. My friend and I put it there. And so, after you deliver it, you call me and I tell you all about the symbol you saw.
But what if Jing Jing refuses?
Then, Nancy Drew, it seems we will both be very disappointed.
Alright, let's go back to the place. Mange.
Rumi, how's it going?
I just talked to this huge fan of yours. He'd really, really like your autograph.
I'm flattered, but unfortunately he's out of luck. Nobody gets my autograph. I'm afraid that someone will use it to forge my name and steal my identity.
Nobody can steal your identity. You're too famous.
Stuff like that happens to people like me all the time. I'm just not going to take the chance. Want to play hangman?
Okay, so she won't directly give it to us, but there's a way we can get her to do it. We'll trick her into doing it through playing hangman.
That'd be great.
Alright, so I have to write, while pretending to solve the puzzle and guessing, making guesses. We have to write Zoo,
You lose.
Zoo,
Nope.
and she never suspects a thing.
M. Y.
Sorry.
L.
You lose.
O.
That's a winner.
V.
Nope.
E.
Right you are.
J.
You lose.
I. N.
Bingo.
She wasn't even close. May I have
Looks
that
like it
piece
was
of paper?
sponge.
Sure. Want to play again?
Maybe later.
Anytime you want to play, just let me know.
I'll let you get back to your cookie dough.
Ciao, Bella.
Alright. So then what I do is take it to Denfair Rochereau. This costs a bit, though. I mean, there's a cost to put it going to this spot.
Uno play. Bye-bye, hard-earned cash.
All right.
Magdalene. This must be the place Sue was talking about. And there's a skull.
Well, before I put, before I put that in, let's take the picture of the skull and the candle. That should be all the pictures then for Dieter. Okay, then I should call him back when I get the chance. Well, now that that's done, let me see if I can talk to Dieter first. Then I'll go back to the studio and call Zoo. I think we can't talk to him if, JJ's there. Alright.
Did you take all those photos for me?
I sure did. They're all right there in your camera.
So, you had some questions for me?
What do you know about Noisette Tornade?
The French resistance fighter? I seem to recall reading that she died recently, and that's about it. Why do you ask?
I know 3 things, Mr. von Schwesterkrank. 1, Noisette Tornade, whose obituary you were carrying until it fell out of your pocket in the park. Noisette used to own the old windmill Minette now owns. 2, during World War II, she was rumored to have hidden several valuable works of art from the Germans somewhere in Paris. And 3, she was romantically involved with a German soldier named Hans. Hans von Schwesterkrank.
Oh, yes. I know all those things too. Hans was my great-uncle. But there are 1 or 2 things you don't know, Fräulein. You could not have known that just before he passed away, my great-uncle gave me that.
What is it?
Something Noisette gave to him. Turn it over and look on the back. Unfortunately, my great-uncle couldn't remember what any of it meant. She used to be the director of public works, so I went to her favorite park to see if anything there might help me figure out what that card means. But I discovered nothing. You can keep that if you want.
I can?
Yes, I give up. I don't care anymore.
Finding that lost artwork is why you started going out with Minette, isn't it?
Since Minette owns the Moulin where Noisette spent most of her life, I thought dating her would help me figure out what that card meant. But then something totally unexpected and tragic happened. I fell in love with her. Minette is one of the cleverest, most infuriating yet fascinating women I have ever
Really?
met.
You still feel that way? Even after she broke up with you like that?
I can't help myself. I thought that if I found that missing artwork, I would be a hero and Minette would change her mind about me. But I can barely keep my mind on my work these days, let alone on finding some mystical treasure. If you want to look for it, go right ahead. Right now, the only thing I'm interested in recovering is Minette.
Alright, well, that's an important clue to help us find the hidden artwork. Next thing I want to do is, well, let me go to Jean-Mi ask about that cropped photo before I, go back to the studio and call Zoo.
Mademoiselle Drew, what is it now?
The picture of Manette that was in the June issue of Glam Glam, was it cropped? Do you remember?
I'm sure it was. Most photographs are these days. Why?
Do you think I could see the uncropped picture?
As it happens, all the pictures which I use in my articles are stored right here in my digital assistant. I will help you, mademoiselle, but only if you help me first. You see, the owner of this cafe, he faces a crise. The person who makes desserts for him has stepped out for his customary 2.5-hour break. Unfortunately, a bus full of American teenagers has pulled up and all are clamoring for parfait. So, I will tell the owner that you will make the parfait, and when you do, he will be indebted to me and will allow me to continue using this table as my office. And I will be indebted to you and will allow you to see the picture. You see how it works?
Yeah, I get the picture. Okay, looks like I've got chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, caramel ice cream, bananas, tapioca balls, berries, and whipped cream. The first one I have to make is an X-Wa.
Alright, whipped cream, strawberry, caramel. I think next is bananas and caramel.
C'est bien.
Now they want the l'enfer.
L'enfer. Alright. Nice.
Merci.
Next up, a tropical.
Tropical. Bananas, yeah, it's chocolate. Yeah.
Parfait.
Parfait.
You liked it. Now they want the l'enfer.
Oops.
Oui, c'est ça.
Next is a corbeau.
Gotta make sure you have the pointing right there so it'll put the ingredients in the way you want them to. Otherwise it'll look like you missed.
Merci.
I'm getting there. One mystique coming up.
Mystique. Alright. No ice cream in that, just all those decorations. Yeah. Whipped cream.
Parfait.
He liked it. Here comes a fantasy.
Oui, c'est ça.
A Lulu.
A Lulu. Lulu, the parrot. Alright. Banana, alternating banana and caramel ice cream.
C'est bien.
There, all done.
The owner, he tells me you did a good job. And so, as was our agreement, here is the picture you wish to see.
Great, thank you.
Alright.
So, what else do you wish from me?
Thank you for talking to me.
À tout à l'heure.
A tout à l'heure. Alright, now I'll go back to the studio and call Zoo.
It's Nancy Drew. Did you get the autograph?
It is magnifique. You were wise not to try to fool me, Nancy. I know Jean's handwriting better than I know my own. So, here is what I know about that symbol. I call it the hazelnut because to me that is what it looks like. A noisette.
Wait a minute. A noisette?
Yes, that is French for hazelnut. I have seen it in only one place in the catacombs. To reach this place, return to the catacombs and go to the skull where you left Jinjing's autograph. Lift the top part of the skull and push the red button. That will open a secret passage that will lead you to the noisette.
Great. Thank you.
But if you go there, you must be careful. The tunnel police, they are one problem. The tunnels, they are another.
What do you mean?
Some of the tunnels, especially near the Mouton Beverage Company, they are water filled with trees.
You mean waterlogged?
Yes, waterlogged. You must swim underwater to reach the place where I saw the noisette. And the water is very cold. You will need a wetsuit. Good luck, Nancy Drew. You will need that too.
Okay, I saw a wetsuit at the Pont Neuf, so we'll have to buy it.
Bonjour. What intrigues Mademoiselle this time?
Do you still need someone to paint pictures for you?
Be my guest.
Alright, I'm gonna paint pictures, but I'm gonna cut them out for this video so this doesn't run on longer than I want it to, and I'll paint maybe about 4, and then I do have enough to buy the wetsuit, but I want to then have enough left over for a couple other items I need here at the park.
Monsieur, how's this?
Another fine job. Here is your money. Do you wish to paint another?
Not right now. Maybe later.
Later, yes. Now you buy something.
A wetsuit.
Not just any wetsuit. It used to belong to a friend of the famous undersea explorer Jacques Cousteau. A friend who is said to have shared many
125 euros. Let's get 94 instead.
I sell it for 125 euros.
Too rich for my blood. How about 94 euros instead?
Vendu. What else tickles the fancy?
Alright, I'll buy this because we're going to need it once we get that decoder.
What's this book about?
That is a very good book about codes which are commonly used. It is a mere 15 euro.
Make that 11 euros and we have a deal.
Vendu. What else tickles the fancy?
Alright,
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Alright, let's go to the catacombs then, now that I have the wetsuit. Okay, so I have to be quick to avoid the cops once I get in there, but here, you press this. Alright.
Ah d'accord. C'est pourquoi? Parce que les ovnis n'existent pas. Mais l'absence de la preuve n'est pas la
Okay, here it is. That was my bad. I went to the wrong way, but luckily I found the way.
It's time to put on the wetsuit. Hope it's more comfortable than it looks.
Alright.
This place is crawling with four-legged vermin. Hope they leave my stuff alone.
Okay, so you have a limit on how long you can stay underwater. Alright. There are a couple of places to go here, as in air pockets. Like that's one there, but I don't want to go to that. Okay, this is where we want to be in the catacombs. So, and according to that picture that Dieter gave us, look here, here's that hazelnut symbol, or noisette, as Zoo described. So how do we unlock it?
Okay, a rough translation would be, in Europe, near the new bridge, Snow White lives in a red castle. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, take a look at this. Does this background here it's on look familiar? Yep, it's a replica of the subway map, and these places that are colored and all in caps are places mentioned on the subway for locations, and they can be identified by numbers. They're metro line stops is what I'm saying. Europe, Pont-Neuf, Blanche, and Chateau Rouge. That's, as I said, they're metro stops, and you can see here that lines up with the fact that this background here looks like the subway or metro map. So we have to choose the numbers of the metro line stops, and it's not easy to know if you haven't memorized these places on the map, but the numbers are, Europe is 3 Metro Line 3 stop, Pont-Neuf is Metro Line 7 stop, Blanche is Metro Line 2 stop, and Chateau Rouge, Metro Line 4 stop. And we gotta take this.
I have no idea what this is, but after everything I went through to get here, I'm taking it.
Yes, and well, you should. So now, let's go ahead and get out of here. Alright. And down here is where I'll find the bottle of Mouton Fouettée. Let me go back through the which I came. Okay. There it is. Do not go forward into the fan, though. Just pick this up. All right.
I can't leave until I get this wetsuit off.
Ah! A rat!
Oh good, all my stuff's still here. Sometimes when you play this, those little vermin might take one of your books or that whatever you decide to buy. Alright. Now I'm back at the entrance. Let's go back to Pont-Neuf and give this to the man. Oh, but before I do, there's something we need to do here. Turns out this is important with the item that we found in the passageway in Dieter's studio. Remember the words that Lin Manrique said, or Noisette's last words were red, left, green? Well, that has to do with this. What we have to do is press the eyes that are all red and turning to the left, and all the green, press all the green eyes. Okay, red, left.
Sue Loren, 4154.
Ah, 4154. The Lorraine
I'll
Cross.
bet those numbers are movable.
Yes, they are. Oh wait, what numbers did... I thought it... 4154, I did... Alright. Well, I'll show you what to do with those in a minute.
Bonjour, Mademoiselle returns.
And she returns with a bottle of
Mouton
Mouton Fouette,
Fouette.
1968.
Oh la la, you did it. So, I take this and give you this. Take it. You have earned it.
Thanks.
What else tickles your fancy?
Nothing else.
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Okay. Okay, what I have to do is, from those pictures, we have to get all these little statues or monument-like items here. This has to be turned to purple at the top. But
Sounds like that squirrel doesn't like people messing with his statue.
well, I guess that was wrong. The first order I have to do is this. Alright. Top has to say E, middle has to say ah, and bottom is oo. Okay. Yeah, like that. Now let's, now I have to move this. I already passed it once.
What was that?
Ah, that pesky squirrel.
Hey, what's going on?
Move the
Shoot,
handle.
That pesky squirrel must have jumped on the handle and moved the windmill.
Well, there's a way we can deter it from doing so.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Welcome back. What do you like?
We have to buy items to make a little device that'll deter it from ruining it, so we have to buy
Is this just regular string?
the string.
That is very good string. Very strong. Very good to have around. You can buy for only 6 euros.
Would you take 5 euros for it?
Voila. What else do
Let me
you
see
like?
how much money I've left. We
How
need
much
this
are you asking for
this
this
steak
steak?
as well.
That is made of the finest wood, and it can be used for many, many things. It is one of my most popular items. For that reason, I sell for 13 euros.
I'll give you 10 euros.
Voila. What else do you like?
We also want to buy this. It's
Is
for
this
something
Ichido book any good?
important near
That
the
book
end.
is very good. If you are around dangerous people, then you must get this book. You pay only 23 euros.
I'm willing to pay 17 euros for it.
Voila. What else do you like?
Okay, nothing else here.
Guess I'm just not in a buying mood.
When you want to look again, just come back.
I will. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Okay, and he has one of the other items we need
Bonjour.
for the little trap.
What intrigues mademoiselle this time?
Well, let's see.
This pie tin.
Is this pie tin very expensive?
Very cheap. 15 euro.
I'll give you 11 euros.
Vendu. What else tickles your fancy?
Nothing
I
else.
really don't want to buy anything right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Alright, let's build this little trap to keep the squirrel out of the way. Alright, now I'll turn it to purple. Then I have to go to that other fish statue. That fish statue. Alright, no. Alright. And go to the fish statue over here. Alright, looks like a little hidden, I guess another tunnel where we have to go. Because see, let me look. Yeah. This is, we already went to the passageway in the statue, here in the catacombs. Now at the Cross of Lorraine, which we're doing now. I guess the last one is in the windmill.
Time to get out my flashlight.
All right. All right. I'm taking this key. Sounds like an animal moaning. These sounds as I'm going traipsing through the tunnel. All right. Well, now my last place is the studio, the windmill. So let's go see what we can find there maybe that's where the artwork is. Then we'll look at the decoder. Gotta remember to do that. Uh-oh, there's something on the door here.
What is that?
Who's out there?
It's just me, Nancy. Uh-oh.
It's a paint bomb.
What did you say?
Nothing. Everything's fine. You just stay in there and keep working. Looks like this thing is set to go off if she opens the door. I've got to figure out how to disarm this thing before she opens the door.
All right.
What are you doing out there?
Okay.
Nothing. Just stay in there. Everything's fine.
There.
I'm done. I won't bother you anymore. I promise. I better get rid of this thing before she sees it and really freaks.
All right. All right, and we're now towards the end of the game. Okay, now what I need to do is look at this. But first I gotta read the decoder book. It's hard for me to make sense of this. I don't think I ever really figured it out in all the years of playing. But what I have to do with the decoder here...
Looks like I should type a message using my own keyboard.
Yes, but what message you type to know is it's in here. You have to type out
Looks like some kind
this
of
message.
code.
But I also first I have to set the dials. And you know what the dials are? The same ones in that cropped picture of the wheels in, if you want to call them that, those gears in Manette's office. So let me do that. And I have to type this in first. Now note if it's 0 is that. If there's a dash between it, it's a 0. And O looks just like that. So that's how you distinguish them. Now, let's see. The decoder, you have to set the dials here. Let's see.
The dials on this thing move.
Yeah, so they're set to, like on those gears, 9, 5, and 3. Now I'll type it using my keyboard. You don't hit enter or anything, and it may not look like much, but slowly but surely as I type, a message will appear. Okay, so XT. Now, the letters that I type don't appear on the paper. They'll spell out something for me. Okay, S, M, K, P, Q, Q, L, N, O, R, E, Z, A, 7, L X T I 0 S M K P Q Q L N O R 3 A S 7 L X T I 0 S M K 3 A.
Rouge blanc, rouge bleu, rouge.
Red,
Looks
white,
like French
red,
to me.
blue, red. So we got to find something around in here that has those colors. All right. And following that incident, Manette is not in here. But there's something we can use in here. Ah, see
Something
that
must fit here.
engraving? Well, that's where this goes. And
I'll bet
here,
I'm supposed to put these colors in a certain
yep,
order.
just the 5 that I picked up. Red, white, red, blue, red. Oh, before I forget, also need to look at the Ichido book. So come in handy at the end, at the very end, with your confrontation with the villain. Okay, I gave a little spoilers there, but that's what it's for.
Locked, of course.
Well, that's what this is for, this key.
Wow. So that's what Mossette stole during the war.
Stained glass. Yep.
If you are reading this, it means that I am dead and that you have discovered my secret. Yes, the rumors were correct. With the help of Hans von Schwesterkrank, I took the stained glass you see in front of you and hid it. Not for personal gain, but so these exquisite pieces of art would not be lost to the dangers of war. I was not a traitor, nor was Hans. He helped me because he knew it was the right thing to do. But why, you are asking, why when the war ended did I not return them? Why did I not even admit taking them? At first it was because I was angry. After all that I had done for my country, when my friendship with Hans was discovered, people turned against me and accused me of terrible things. I wanted to hurt the people of Paris the way they were hurting me, so I said nothing about the stained glass. Then, when at long last I was deemed innocent, my anger subsided, but fear took its place. I was afraid that if I revealed what I had done, the accusations would start up again, and people would once again call me a criminal and question my motives and assail my character, and it would have been too much to bear. Hans had gone back to Germany, and despite his promises to the contrary, I knew I would never see him again. Like everyone else, I just wanted to get on with what was left of my life, so again I said nothing. And gradually time passed, and Paris healed, and I healed. Yet the right time for telling the world my secret never seemed to come. And now I am Director of Public Works, a job I hold not only because I love this city, but because I wanted to make sure that someone, you, would be able to eventually find what I hid. Please make sure these pieces make a safe return to the world above, when you see them as they were meant to be seen, with sunlight streaming through their panes, interrupting the darkness with color and meaning and joy. Only then will you truly understand why I did what I did a lifetime ago. NT-XIV-III.
Ah, more Roman numerals to set the dials on the decoder, perhaps. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, the door locked behind me, and nobody knows I'm down here. Not good.
Nope. So how do we know the code? All right. This is what we need the decoder for again. We have to... All right. All right, so read these pages. Oh, wrong book. Read the pages in these. We'll have, in order to figure out the password. Oh, okay. Since it's the coder is M380, what we have, shift the letters, use it as a shift number so that, what you do is then, like, for example, what U is, you have to shift the numbers 3 to up 3 to what the 3 letters above will be, so that's X. N, 8 letters, which will be V. E is just 0, so that stays E. So what I'll do is using that as the shifter. So what I'm trying to say is, I have to set these, those numbers there, 10, 4, 3, that stays. So what I'm saying is that every 3 letters use the shift at 380 as the shift number. So this is the code here. So 380, then 380 again will tell you what letters move up from 3 letters after this one, 8 letters after this one, 3 after this one, and so on. So I'm going to type it in, then what the letters are. So the letters are from that X, V, E, G, M, R, Q, Q, E, U, M, E, Q, Q, G, P, M, C, K, M, R, D, U, I.
French again.
And that's
French numbers.
Those are the numbers I have to put in that code to get out of here. 2157. Okay, and I'm gonna go up, and we are at the very end of the game, so you may not know what beholds me up above in the world above now, but this is the end. Sounds like it's more than just Minette there. Those sound like heavy footsteps.
Well, does the dress work?
It does indeed.
Yeah! What about when I whispered? And when I turned my back? Could you hear what I said then?
Gonza, I could hear everything. With this dress, we will be able to hear every word that is spoken within 10 meters of the First Lady. And what we hear, what we sell, will make us the wealthiest spies on the planet.
Hey, I made you the dress, so how about paying me?
After the First Lady takes possession, that is our deal.
Look, I put up with the dead flowers, the letters, the paint, the idiotic phone calls. I put up with all your stupid threats for months. I deserve to get paid now.
Those weren't threats. Those were incentives meant to keep you on track. And they obviously worked. You'll get your money when she gets the dress. Let's go, Gonza.
But they're picking it up for her tomorrow. What difference does it make whether you pay me now or 24 hours from now?
Oh my gosh, it sounds like Minette made that dress for the First Lady to be some kind of bugging device. I've got to get it out of here and take it to the police.
So let's do just that. But it's not gonna come off easy.
Where did you come from? You've been hiding in here, eavesdropping. You heard everything, didn't you?
Not everything, but enough to know that thanks to you, those 2 guys intend to use this dress to bug the World Summit.
I knew there was something sneaky about you the minute you walked into my office. I should have tossed you out on the spot and told Amy Grunhill to stuff it. Well, newsflash, sister. I am about to knock your nosy little block off. Hey!
Okay, yeah, this is why you need to
I'm taking you out, Nancy.
not know the Ichido fries.
Hurrah!
Ooh.
Say!
Ugh. Gotta.
Sao! Sao! Issa! Oh, so you think you can block me, eh?
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Block her punches. That's what those cries are for. They tell you where she's gonna hit.
You're starting to look a little tired.
And you have to do it before your bar runs out, energy bar. Hers has to run up first for you to defeat her. Hers is going slow. Hers is going slower. Going slower than mine.
Oh, where did you learn to block like that?
Got it. If you don't block it, it'll turn red. But that's if it's like that, or in the center, then you've successfully blocked her. If it's green, what I mean, the outline or the center. But if it turns red when she hits you, you haven't blocked her successfully.
I fought imaginary elves that were stronger than you.
Bar's dropping pretty quickly, so I think I can beat her.
I'm getting kind of tired, I think.
Yeah, I see. You're getting tired. Rats. Well, her bar's still dropping faster than mine.
Might as well give up, Minette. Hey!
Maybe just about 2 more blocks and one more block and she should be good. All right, or just 1 more, I guess.
I can't believe it. You never threw a single punch, yet you beat me. Life is so unfair and so horribly unrude.
The mask has come off.
Where am I?
Oh, so that's it. That tattoo.
Oh my gosh. And there it was, the real reason why Minette wore that mask.
Okay, so since
tattoo,
there are no
which she
letters
later
this time,
admitted she
this
had
is what
gotten on the
it
spur of
does
the moment, and which
at
she
the end.
instantly
Nancy
regretted,
makes a
calling it
voiceover
the
narration
stupidest
to
thing she'd ever
the
done
game,
in
to
her
the player.
life. She also admitted that the reason she had fallen so far behind schedule was because Ernst and Gunther Schmeck, former members of the East German secret police, were paying her a small fortune to create a dress for the First Lady out of fabric they supplied. This fabric was infused with microscopic circuitry that would allow them to eavesdrop on the World Summit. All 3 have been arrested, which means Minette will probably be designing her next collection from a jail cell. And she doesn't care for stripes. As for the beautiful pieces of stained glass that Noisette Tornade hid away years ago, they have been returned to the churches they came from. And Noisette is finally getting the respect and gratitude she was denied after the war. Not that she was perfect, but it seems to me her biggest fault wasn't doing too little for her beloved city of Paris, but trying to do too much. And as if busting a pair of spies and recovering lost treasure weren't enough, Heather took over Minette's spring show and had me, be one of the models. Believe it or not, I managed to make it all the way down the runway and back without falling flat on my face. Of course, I
here
still
she
had
is,
no
but she's
idea
covered
what I
in
was
black, so
wearing,
we don't see
but
her
I can tell
face.
you one thing, it was rude.
Very rude. Da, 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 da. Savoir-faire, another puzzle award, of course. Alright, so as I said, since this game doesn't start or begin with letters, I mean, it ends with Nancy just giving a voiceover of the narration of the resolution following the end of the game to the player, I guess.
Time to dig out the tank top, stock up on sunscreen, and slip on those sandals, because for my next adventure, I'm off to Hawaii, to the Big Island to be exact, where I'll be helping out this quirky entomologist. That's a bug scientist, by the way, who has just made a disturbing discovery. In fact, my working vacation quickly turns into a series of disturbing discoveries, including one that involves a legendary monster with a nasty temper and an appetite for revenge. So come with me to this island paradise and help me solve the mystery surrounding the creature of Kapu Cave. Until then,
Aloha!
aloha.
And so that's it for my video walkthrough of Danger by Design. Not really one of my favorites, I can tell you that. One other thing I did want to mention, though, this is the first game where you can to have multiple endings. Like the ending I just had is it's based on whether or not you decide to tell Minette that Heather sent one of those letters. If you do tell her, Heather is fired, and even though she takes over Minette's spring show at the end, Nancy isn't invited. However, if you don't tell her, you get your reward by being a model in the show that Heather still takes over. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I usually like just go with the good ending, so I never tell Minette that Heather sent the letter. She doesn't deserve to be fired, even though she had quite a terrible boss. Well, just glad I managed to get through this in one piece. I mean, it had puzzles that were pretty much my worst nightmare come true when I first played it. The photo developing puzzle, which I always get through by using that cheat with the Easter egg. And, you know, it took me a long time to figure out how to use the decoder properly and type in the right letters. At least the second puzzle is a bit easier when you're at the end and you're trying to get out of the locked gates. There are fewer letters to type up for the decoder, is what I mean. But anyway, just glad I finally managed to get this walkthrough finished. Hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough video. Hope you're still enjoying my videos. And I'll just end right here now, so I'll see you guys in the next walkthrough, or whatever short videos I decide to post next. Until then, à la prochaine! Or should I say aloha, since Creature of Kapu Cave is the next game. So, see you all. Peace out. Goodbye.